It's not fair. It's not fair, Al Heyman. How do this white woman have so much power? Nah, I'm gonna do the video now while it's fresh in my mind, man. What's poppin', Fight World? You rocking with your boy? Hey man, what's shaking out there? Listen, my voice a little raspy, right? But I watched the video, your boy Fred Hawthorne, Barbershop Conversations, that cocksucker, and I wanna give my thoughts on it, man. I mean, a lot what he said in that interview or his video was telling. It tells you a lot about him, and it tells you a lot about the people that follow him, man. And I think, and I always say that he's bad for boxing, man. This guy believes that he matter more than he actually does, man. You know, Al Heyman and all the suits behind Al Heyman, above him, underneath him, these guys are dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars. And you're going to ask Al Heyman, a guy that haven't even never watched your video, you never even spoke to, you asking him to fire some chick, you understand me, for telling you, you know, whatever she told you to make you mad. You know, black boxing or black stories don't matter. Whatever she said and however it went down, this guy is a nuisance. This guy is a problem. This guy goes to these events showing his ass, man. This guy goes into these events with an agenda, man. And the agenda is to stir up drama. He's an instigator, man. I told you guys a long time ago, man. I warned you guys about this dude, man. He's a faker. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing that pisses me off is the people that follow him, right? The black young men, even OGs follow this dude, and they move and shake with this cat. And I keep telling you dudes, when I be banging on these dudes, and I be like, yo, man, I'm telling you, I'm not the toughest, I'm not the roughest, man. But I'm from the streets, you understand me? And you know, I understand people, right? And when I say these dudes are soft, you got to be soft when you follow a guy like Barbershop Conversations. I used to respect 78 boxing, right? That dude. Like, and it is, you know, for me to tell you I used to respect him, and right now and I don't. And the reason why I don't respect a lot of those LDBC dudes is it's because of Fred. Right? Because I think that 78 is a G. I think that he's a smart dude. I think that he's a street dude. I think that he understands the world and he understands how to move and shake amongst wolves. I believe that. And I never actually disagreed with 78 on his commentary on boxing. Differences of opinion, yeah. But as far as his thoughts and how he moved his channel, to this day, I can never say anything negative or, you know, want to do a video about what 78 said. Disagreeing with him, because I'm like, okay, that's your opinion, dog. I'm not mad at that. That's good. I can disagree, but that's wavy. Point is, when you rock with a guy like your company, who you rock with, right, tells a lot about who you actually is. And that's why I always say, if you riding with that dude, and if you moving with that dude, and if you taking his guy's word, right, and you spreading his words and his agenda, that tells me a lot about you. That's why I keep saying these guys got to be soft. I could be wrong, but for me, knowing the streets, these guys are sweet. You understand me? Because I can never run or roll with a dude like that, moving around, shaking in LA with a dude like that, man. This dude is a straight cornball. Listen, let's get to the video, man. So obviously, and for the sake of this video, man, it was a long video that he did. So I'm in a hotel right now, so I can't break it down and do what I do because I'm doing everything on my phone right now, man, because I really wanted to do it. But I advise you guys to go to T Street Controversy to watch the video that he produced, and he's trying to expose, you know, certain points of the video that Fred Hawthorne, you know, spoke about. And I think you'll get a good understanding of where I'm coming from. Now, my issues with T Street, I don't even have an issue with T Street. I think he's one of the illest on YouTube. That's the first guy that I ever watching boxing and seeing people commentate over boxing. You understand me? Yeah, he get a little crazy, but I get a little bit crazy too. I think that T Street probably look at my channel or seen my channel in the past, because you know how people would say, I don't even watch that dude. You know how they do it, but they watch you anyway. They can tell you what they want to tell you. But CBT, I'm the best on YouTube. Point is, I think that he may feel that I'm all wrong for boxing. And that's respectable. I can respect that too. But anybody on YouTube that disagree with CBT and the content that I put out, you can debate me anytime. FaceTime on live. You see what I'm saying? And we can see where our boxing knowledge is at, right? And what our thoughts are on boxing today and every moving part within it. We can do that. We can do that very, you know, calm and respectfully and structured without yelling and screaming, because I got so much range to me as a commentator on boxing. You understand me? You may see me sing. I did I was singing, right? My homegirl, I'm like, I was like, now I can't do it right now. My voice is crazy, right? I can't sing, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But I did that to show you I'm having fun, bro. You understand me? And I got all the equipment that T Street got. I got all the effects, and I know how to, edit and things like that, man. I can speak one way, speak another way. I always told you, if you follow CBT, I had to dumb down. I had to dumb down my videos because I understood the viewer. The viewer looking for entertainment. The viewer is looking for CBT to do what CBT do to make them smile throughout their day with facts behind the theater. You get my point? So I say, I'll debate anybody on what I do on my channel, and we can discuss boxing. You'll see the range of knowledge that I have and the skills that I put to the table. I did too much talking. I want to talk this boxing. I want to talk about Fred Hawthorne and this guy went on a rant about Al Heyman, a guy he never met. This guy is asking Al Heyman and Al Heyman team to fire a young lady that moved and shake that they employ. These people are dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars, and you think that they want to have a meeting or have a talk with somebody that they hire over a YouTuber that's a race hustler? You really believe that they're going to do that? You understand me? This guy goes to these different events, people. And he's not going there to ask the simple questions about boxing, right? You've never seen Fred do a breakdown. You've never seen Fred do a video where he's talking about both guys' skills and how one guy can beat another. You've never seen a guy. And in boxing, you can have your own niche. You don't have to actually break down the fight. You don't actually have to talk about a specific fighter and what you like about the fighter. But what Fred does, his agenda is on his sleeve. And it's all about race. When he talks about Deontay Wilder, he talks about poverty. He talks about how he's coming through the rankings and he's moving and shaking amongst these white people and he's trying to overcome. These things are not what you come to the fights for. Right? If you want to do a documentary, if you want to do something like that, there's a place and time for that. But when he goes to these events, man, you feel me? He's going there asking questions that are controversial to stir up drama. And then at the end of the day, it ends in race. It's always about black and white with this guy. I'm telling you, like I said before, man, this guy has been hurt in the past, right? By white people. They must have let him down. They must have shunned him. They must have closed the door in his face because it should not be so much hate in his heart. He talks about how he got a few dollars. He got a few, buildings through Section 8. He's, giving people a place to live. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But I will say, just because he's, giving people with Section 8 a place to stay doesn't mean he's looking out for them. That's the best hustle in the world. And you know why? Because Section 8 pays 100% of the rent. So he knows that he's preying on people who it would low. I'm not even going to get into all that, because that's what I'm saying. But it pisses me off that you guys follow this dude, right? And y'all definitely agree with his point of view. And you guys got to understand that he's going down a path, or he has been going down a path of destruction from his conception into boxing. This guy is a contradiction. This guy want to be tough one day, want to be a nerd another day, want to be Malcolm X today. Like, this guy is all over the place, and it's never about boxing. It's about his agenda. It's about black and white. It's not about boxing. We don't want him in this sphere, this stratosphere. It's about, if you want to talk about how boxers that are black, right, are being mistreated, not being, compensated well for what they do in the ring, that's fine, right? But you can't go to these, arenas in these places of business to ask those questions, to stir up those type of dramas. And if it really mattered to the fighters, they would be on top of it, or they themselves. They would talk about it. What interview have you done, or Fred has done with a boxer, and talked about race and talked about how they're being mismanaged or mistreated? None. No boxer will ever give him an interview or that type of information to him. They don't value him. You see how Broner was disrespecting him, talking all reckless to him? Because he don't matter. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, boxing is entertainment. You understand me? Broner is there to do a job. And at the end of the day, his job is to manipulate the fans, right? His job is to show flash, show cash, and show his ass. And the fans are going to follow him, and he's going to get millions of clicks. This boxing thing is not like it was in the 70s and the 80s, damn near the 90s, man. This thing is different. The way Billy Spence can't sit down with the boy and talk about race and talk about, things that shouldn't be talked about. Like, Al Heyman is definitely putting money in these guys' pocket. He's definitely, doing that part right. But when we look at the interview with my Sports, so much was in that interview that I want to talk about, and that's going to be in the next video, man. But at the end of the day, man, I hope y'all see that this guy is a fraud. I hope y'all see that this guy has snitched, turned his back on people that he supposedly, right, was down for. Nobody asked him to stand up for Al Haymon when those emails came out with De La Hoya team. Nobody asked him to stand up for Al Haymon on his microphone, on his little platform, on his YouTube channel, right? Speaking his truth about the situation he doesn't know 100% about. No one asked him to talk about Top Rank and Al Haymon and all that in the courts and the Muhammad Ali Act and Al Haymon, you know, monopolizing the game, and that's what he was accused of. No one asked him to join into that struggle because Al Haymon didn't come on camera and say anything about it. Al Haymon handled it like millionaires handle things in the courts. You see what I'm saying? He inserted himself where he thought he can fit in that and stir up his drama and then push his agenda. That's what he did. He used one thing to push another thing, man. Like Andre Ward said, man, this guy is an opportunist, man. You understand what I'm saying? No one asked him to jump on Andre Ward team when Kovalev was saying all those negative things. No one asked him to do that. He inserted himself because that's right up his alley. He wants to talk about race and boxing. See, the real world, let's talk at the real world, right? Business world, right? He wasn't accepted, right? No one took him serious, right? No one understood where he was. Well, I believe they thought he was crazy. And that's why in his video, he said, people gonna call me crazy because he is crazy. Things he's saying don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? But I said that to say this, right? He didn't make it in the real world, right? So he came to boxing and then he got accepted and he understood that he can talk his talk because he likes to hear himself speak. Trust me, he loves to hear himself speak. You can see that in his interviews or his videos, right? So he figured it out. Okay, I can be someone in this sphere. I can be someone in this atmosphere. I can push my agenda and I can get guys that have less experience, low education to follow me because all I got to talk about is how the white man is destroying black fighters and destroying, you know, the whole experience of boxing for the fans. And he starts to get into the minds of you guys. You guys look, I always say, right, that I had to dumb down my content. Because I got all the equipment, I got all the gears, and I understand how you put out a video and things of this nature. But when I was doing that, I wasn't super successful, right? But when I started to understand that and change how I put my videos out and do the things that I do, it's based on the viewer not respecting or not, I would say, just not understanding how much time it takes to put out videos like that. You understand me? And with a real concept and where it's real structured. Fans are not respecting that. They don't care about that. You see what I'm saying? But I could put a video out about Broner and everything popping and shaking. You see what I'm saying? So I understand now what people want to hear, what people want to see, and that's what I put out. I cater to the people that, you know, matter to me. You see what I'm saying? Instead of doing what I know I can do and bring to the table. So I always say I dumb down my video. My point is this. You understand me? This guy, man, yeah, I just lost my train of thought right there. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just telling you. Oh, yeah, I was saying, you know, if you look at the people who call into his radio show, man, these people can't even complete a complete sentence, man. These people be going all around a circle. They can't even stick to the topic. And I'm not trying to call people stupid or dumb. I'm just saying the people that follow him don't have great IQ. You know what I mean? They kind of slow over there, man. I can see it in the comment section, man. They rooting this dude on, pushing his agenda for him, riding with something that they don't even understand, that this guy is a manipulator, man. Yeah, he give out tickets. That's how you get people in. Yeah, he give away book bags, little 10-cent book bags. Yeah, that's how you get people in. He understands how to galvanize interest. He knows how to talk in a way where he may sound smart, but the guy is he's not as smart as you believe he is, because if you understood the words that he's trying to articulate, you would understand that they don't even fit in the context in which he's speaking. You understand me? Look at each word that he tries to use that we consider big or intellectual. They don't fit to the conversation that he's using. We're using the words in. I can't with this dude. That's why I always said I want to put hands and feet. You understand me? Just because off a GP, like, you dog. You understand me? Then, you know, the funny thing is, you know, like I said before, he tried to run down on T Street, and I'm not like trying to take up for T Street. T Street got his own man. But we all know T Street got issues with his leg and X, Y, and Z. I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm young, I'm his age, well, a little younger than him. I asked to put hands and feet. Why you don't want to put hands and feet on CBT? Why you want to pick on a guy that got health issues? And his response was, he don't want that work with CBT. So you looking for the weakest link to make an example out of somebody, put it on YouTube, and then try to expose somebody that's the weakest link. Expose somebody that's as fit as you. You understand what I'm saying? That let me know that this dude is sweet, he's soft. You understand what I'm talking about? He gonna bring 100 men, 300 men to the weigh-ins. Come on, people don't want that type of energy, man. That's what I'm saying. He's bringing nothing but confusion and drama, man. Going, fighting Keith Thurman Pops. You know, beefing with Kenny Porter and Sean Porter. Like, if these dudes put hands and feet, all he gonna do is sue. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all dudes, man. But at the end of the day, it's a circus. It's a circus, and it's entertaining. I'm doing a video about it. I was watching T Street, and then I seen that T Street did a video on it. Then I went to his channel and said, oh, that's what this dude talking? Oh, he just gave up. He just, spitting in everybody's face that supported him, right? Like, what type of dude that you would really want to hang out with a guy like that? That's turning his back on, exposing certain things, talking about he got secret recordings and things of this nature. This is a dude that y'all riding with? This dude not from the streets. He don't understand the code. You know what I mean? When the heat get heated, right? He gonna go out the back door. That's why I'm gonna continue to call y'all dudes sweet and soft or retarded or dumb if you continue to ride with this dude, man. And look, man, it's just like the way Bully Spence. I told you guys, stop hyping this dude. You haven't been in the ring with anybody. You know what I mean? Now he's so hyped and he's so amped and he think he's the man, and what happened? Right? He, had an accident, drinking and driving. And moving and shaking and doing things because he believed the people was going to continue to back him. Look, we got to hold everybody accountable that deal with this boxing, man. And we got to bring boxing to where it was when it was fun and we can talk boxing, right? And of course, we could talk about the belts. Of course, we could talk about the money splits. Of course, we could talk about different, outlets, the Zone and ESPN and Showtime and PBC. That's all fun. That's all about boxing. It's all good money. But we gotta come to an understanding that boxing on YouTube is a small niche of us that talk this thing, man. A lot of you fans, you understand me, that love boxing, gotta hold us accountable, right? And clear out the dirt and the noise. Because if you don't, you prop up a guy like this, Fred Hawthorne, this cocksucker. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you rocking with your boy CBT. I didn't want this video to be too long, man. I wish I would have been able to do this thing with more structure and more understanding, like I said before. Right? If anyone want to debate me live, face to face, holla at your boy, man. You dig what I'm saying? We could really get down to the nitty gritty of what we know about boxing. And I don't care about what you know versus what I know about boxing. It's all about, getting the understanding where, boxing is going and where boxing is at, and understanding why we do what we do, right? And the best man win. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, please, people, stop and think and look. This dude was riding with Al Heyman, a guy he never met. He was riding with Al Heyman based on secondhand information on what he believed Al Heyman was going through as a black man, being a leader in the boxing sport, right? And he turned his back on him, calling him all kind of this and that and the third because of a chick that is employed by the team of Al Heyman. And he's willing to spread information that's negative about this woman, right? Be disruptive, be an animal, and believe he's gonna win the fight, win the war. He's talking about going to court. He's talking about doing X, Y, and Z. Where they do that at? This is boxing, bruh. You see what I'm saying? This is the same reason why you got to dumb down your information and your commentary for you cocksuckers, man, because you guys don't understand that if I go to these fights, right? I'm talking about dumbing down content. I can make the content even better. By going to the fights, I ask the tough questions. I know how to interview. I know what people want to know. I know what answers or questions to ask. But when you got to deal with blue blood and fight coward, yeah, I said it. And this dude right here, and you got these other people moving and shaking in the middle. You can't be a real G like me and move around these suckers. Because I'm putting hands and feet. I'm putting hands and feet, son. I'm not playing with these dudes because I'm here to do a job. I'm here to talk this boxing. I'm not here for this agenda. And then when but you surrounded around it. I can't surround myself around suckers. I can't do it. See what I'm saying? So when I see y'all dudes do it, whether y'all sweet or a sucker or not, being that y'all around this cocksucker, man, I got to call you out. I got to assume that you sweet too, bro. Point blank, period. Now, you know, he responded to me a few times, and you know, but at the end of the day, his response was he didn't want to work with CBT, and it's all good money, man. Look, we all bring, you know, something to the table when it comes down to this content, and everybody like what they like, and I get that. You understand me? But we also got to understand that it's detrimental to the YouTuber. If you following and propping up, right, things can happen, right? And this is what this dude brings to the table, man. Just straight up and down, you know, controversy. You dig? At the end of the day, man, you can do and view who you want to view. I'm not telling you not to view him. I think he's entertainment. I think he's the best when it comes down to interviewing fighters, right? So obviously I use his video or his footage when he's interviewing fighters because he does ask good questions. But so no, I'm not telling anybody not to subscribe or view on the channel. I'm talking about keep it real with that dude, man. Keep it funky with that dude, man. Let him know what's really going on. Tell him he going too far, man. Because at the end of the day, when you talk about 100 men, 300 men, none of you dudes are going to the weigh-ins with him, talking reckless with him. None of you dudes are going to ride with him to the courts. None of you dudes, come on, that's all phony. That's all fake. Cut it out. Stop playing. Y'all don't even know this dude. Y'all going to ride for a YouTuber y'all don't know. Cut it out, man. Like, we know what reality is. You understand me? But look, man, at the end of the day, this video too long, man. Rock with your boy, subscribe to the channel. Peace.